Hello, hello.
Hello.
How lovely to see people. It's lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for coming today to this ANLP virtual workshop. And I'm going to introduce Akiko Kawakami, who is based down south in Australia. So it must be quite late for you or quite early, Akiko.
It's 9 o'clock, not too bad.
Not too bad at all. So I'm delighted to introduce Akiko, who is one of ANLP's accredited trainers, and she is introducing us to a very interesting topic, which is around the topic of discover your direction, uncovering your clarity and purpose. So over to you, Akiko.
Right. Thank you so much, Karen. And thank you, Rebecca. You're on the mute, but I really like to thank ANLP and then two ladies here today to support me for this online virtual workshop. And thank you, everyone, to join us. I was going to say tonight, but today for you guys, the majority of you are in the UK. Now, so let me share the screen. Starting the share screen. And first, I would like to open up this workshop asking you a question. So imagine if I offered you 82,560 hours of misery. Would you raise your hand for that? Well, research by Gallup, famous consulting company, they show that out of 100 people, 87 actually do. That's because 87% of employees worldwide don't look forward to work, feel disengaged, and lack purpose or direction. That's 82,560 hours of misery over a lifetime working. That's an amazing number, isn't it? Now, my name is Akiko. Just quickly, I'm NLP trainer and coach. I can't stop. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Sorry. And then NLP International Ambassador for Japan. But as Karen introduced me, I live in Australia. And when I first learned NLP, I really got into it just because I wanted to have my team member. I worked as a manager, in the organization, and I wanted my team members to come to work at least without the drug, more so like with excitement. But when I learned NLP, that was really helpful and apply its principles. I not only found my own purpose and direction, but helped my teams do the same. Together, we worked together and we turned decades of deficits into profit-making groups, and that was really amazing, simply by bringing in clarity, direction, and the purpose into our work. So let me share. So in today's workshop, I'm aiming to help you do the same. So to clarify your direction and purpose in life, or maybe for some people in business, using NLP and Ikigai principles. Hopefully you've completed the worksheets already. If not, that's still okay, but I still encourage you to finish them after this session to get the most benefit. So this is how we going to do today, just the flow overview. So we do quick self-introduction, and we'll go through each worksheet in order. The first two, I assume you've already completed. So it's for group reflection and discussion. And the final worksheet will complete together, then wrap up with takeaways. And then we have a nice size of a group, but I may not be able to, chat with you individually. So please feel free to use the chat throughout the workshop to share your maybe insights, any wonderful aha moments, questions. So this is your space, okay? Now, before we get into a quick self-introduction, I just would like to talk about a bit of intention. So we all have unconscious editing system in our brain called the reticular activating system, or we just call it RAS. Its job is to filter all this information coming in through our senses. RAS deletes, distorts, and generalized, based on what we choose to focus on. That means intention shapes our perception. If you are NLP people, then you might heard this for so often. So without clarity, our focus scatters. With clarity, we align our actions and results. For example, someone comes to this workshop wanting to clarify their business audience, for example. One person simply hopes that they'll gain clarity, and another person maybe sets a strong intention, imagining what the business looks like, feels like, sounds like, when the clarity is achieved. So who do you think is more likely to notice the relevant insights today? Right, so that's the second person, because their strong intention acts like antenna, turning into the right signals. And then I say right signals, but this isn't really about the good or bad, right or wrong, okay? It's just simply how our brain works. And the empowering part is we get to choose our focus, right? So with that in mind, let's just get to know each other a little. So please type in the chat that your name, where you are joining from, your NLP experience, if any, and your intention for today. So I've shared mine on the slide as an example. So go ahead and then put yours, please, so that I can look at it. Thank you, everyone. That's great. Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone. So it seems like you guys are all around, majority of you guys are around the UK. Ireland. Thank you. Good. Awesome. Okay, so that's great, guys, because now I can see all your intentions. Good. Right. Wow. Interesting. Okay, I can keep reading, can I? Wow. Good. Thank you so much. Right. So please, everyone, you can share that to everyone's intention, and then that'll hopefully, help you when we have a group discussion. Thank you. Now, so let's go into first activity. So when this is about the first worksheet that, I asked you to complete before this session. This is where really NLP comes in. NLP is about understanding how our thoughts, language, and then behavior patterns create our experiences, and how we can shift them to create different results, right? So I would like to share a couple of NLP presuppositions that I really love. And so first one is there's no failure, only feedback. And another one is if what you are doing isn't working, do something else. Flexibility is a key to success, right? And it seems like, majority of you have NLP trained. So I'm sure that you know these presuppositions, but I put the link there just in case, because ANLP has got a full page of all the list of presuppositions, which I really wish that everybody knows about and practice it. So based on that, any kind of your personal history, can be, even if you felt bad or negative back those days, but it can be really great feedback. And you might have got a memories that say, oh, I never be good at so and so, but that can be, you try something else and that can be improved. So within that mind, let's reflect on these questions, and I'll send you into breakout rooms so that you can chat with your roommates. Okay, so what did you learn about yourself doing completing your first worksheet, and how did it shape your current direction in life or in business? What insights can you apply moving forward? And any beliefs that do not serve you, or maybe that do serve you. Okay. And share your lessons, beliefs, insights from one significant experience. Maybe you can choose one significant experience and share that. It could sound positive or negative, maybe from your point of view. Both can hold valuable lessons. So, how did that go? What stood out for you? Please share in the chat. Thank you, Patty. That's good. Awesome. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I know. Needed a bit more time. We are going to, I'm planning to have 2 more breakout room sessions or discussions. So hopefully you can nail down a bit more things and then share all your findings. Okay, let's have a look at the second worksheet, which has got all the questions, 32 questions, I think. So this sheet, all these questions help you discover your unique strengths. You'll notice maybe some questions repeat, but this repetition helps reveal consistent themes about who you are, right? What you value means what's important to you and where your direction lies. Again, we'll use breakout rooms and maybe a bit longer this time, and then share your key insights. And then this is, the questions, which strengths stood out, by answering all these questions. What patterns do you notice? And how have you used these strengths before? And how could you apply them to your next steps in life or business? I just set these questions just to start with, and then you can change it. You probably around the discussion, you go somewhere else, which is totally fine. As soon as the room opens, please dive in, and then start discussion about your strengths and what you found out through this second worksheet. And have fun. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Good. So, how did you go? And please drop your thoughts in the chat. I expect maybe still you guys saying, oh, not enough time. But that's okay. So, what did you find? What's your thoughts? Did you share? What did you share? Right, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, being and doing, that's, yeah, interesting. Good. thank you for sharing. Seems like you guys had nice chat. Awesome. Now, so let's dive into actual sheets, ikigai sheets, for find out your purpose, direction. Okay, so before we go into actual activity, just quickly giving you an overview, right? So this process aligns you past insights, from your first and second sheet with your future direction, whether personal or professional. So this is really, this sheet is really great about. And there will be 4 stages till we get to purpose. So we do first bit is brainstorming, and then categorizing, and then exploring intersections, and the final part is defining a purpose. Okay, so this sheet we're going to work on a group activities. So first part, this is a brainstorming, and this is a sheet that worksheet that you could download from the NLP link. So here it's really, as I said, start with brainstorming, like what you love, list what you love, what you are good at, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. And avoid that. This is really the strong, suggestion from me, that avoid overthinking. That's what the brainstorming is for. Just to capture everything, pop up in your mind, in your thoughts. And if you have post-it notes, maybe they'll come in handy. Use them and then stick them under each area. Or you can, of course, write your own notebook or type under each category. And where you can download it from an ANLP website, then first page of the worksheet contains some questions, like this one on the slide, to help you generate ideas. Okay, so while I'm talking, I'm not sure, maybe some people already, did it before you come here, but if you haven't yet, just to list anything and everything that you can think of under each category. And I'll take some moments, I'll take some time for you to fill in this first part of worksheet. And as I said, please avoid overthinking, okay? So I don't take too long time here because I don't want you to think too much. Just list what you love, what you are good at, and what you can get paid for, and things in demand. Okay, how are you going? Done 2 boxes. Thank you, Victoria. Finish for now. Good. Okay, right. So maybe some people are still going, but that's okay. But let's move on. You can stop it for there for now. Let's move on to next categories. So here you can choose a field of life, or if you're thinking of life in general, maybe choose certain field of life to identify a specific purpose, such as in the context of your business, in the context of your finances, or in the context of your environment, physical environment, or in the context of your health. Health can be like a physical health and then, emotional health. And here, from now on, the process is imagine like a squeezing a towel. Okay. So your passions here on the slide. So your passions are what you love and what you're good at. Okay, so if you use Post-its, look at the category in what you love and what you're good at. So what is intersect part? What your passion there, and you can just pull that, use that, pick up the Post-its if you're using Post-it, and just put it under passion. If you're writing notes, you can just circle it, or just highlight it, whatever that it's easy for you to identify it. Put the P on it, or passion besides it, or you can type it. You can just write down passion and then copy and paste underneath it. Okay, so and then where your profession is what you are good at, this part, and what you can get paid for. That's your profession here. And your vocation is what you can get paid for and what the world needs. And finally, your mission is where the world needs and what you love overlaps. Okay, so pick up, choose sort of one that represent, or I said one, but the ones really that to represent your passion, profession, vocation, and a mission. And that's really, squeezing the towels that you may need to leave it, it's not overlaps. It's maybe only one categorized, so you only pick the one that it overlaps. And as I suggest, if you want to have a specific purpose at the end, it's a good idea to make it in the, to keep reminding you that in the context of specific area of your life. So I'll give you a few minutes again to for you to work out your passion, profession, vocation, and mission. And if you are NLP practitioners, master practitioners, just say look for the language, look out for the language that's focusing on your brain to make it work easier for you. Okay, so when you say, oh, God, I can't think of it. Or like this is very hard. It's impossible. These are the one that brain to shut down and they stop looking for the information. So just say, yep, that'll come. This is fun. What is my passion? Hey, how are you guys going? Hey, that's awesome. Done. A quick version. Yeah, yeah. You can really, keep thinking about it, but how how much would you like to think? That's a thing. Yes, challenging is a good word. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, it's even if you feel you are stuck, that's okay because you're not. And then it'll really come. That's a really NLP way of thinking, but it'll come and then keep thinking about it. Just looking at your notes. Yes, thank you, Gail, for your question. So we keep squeezing. So naturally, I'll just to show you. Next step is now, you find your what you satisfy and what you're comfortable with, and then what you fulfilling. So it's all the area where it's overlaps again. So when you done this part, then we go on to explore, more intersections, and squeezing the towel again, where passions and the professions are satisfying, professions and the vocation overlap is comfortable, and the common areas of the vocations and the missions are fulfilling and delightful. And remember, if you choose a field of your life or business, always think, in the context of, because that's really, focus you to come out in that area of your purpose. Taruna, yeah, thank you for asking. Well, at the end, to get the clarity and the purpose, we need to really keep squeezing and then find all the intersections. So once you find what you are satisfying and you're comfortable with and you're fulfilling and delightful, then naturally last step is here, right in there. And then mind you that it, there's no right or wrong here. There's no, okay, this is your correct answer. There's nothing like that. But it's really clarifying who you are, what's important to you, and where you're, really find your purpose. So I'll take some bit more time for you. And then again, I'll give you time to in a breakout room so that maybe things will come up easier for some people when you talk to, talk in a group and then listen to other people's findings, insights. So you can have a discussion with other people and then see what's coming up in your mind. Thank you. Welcome back. How did you go?
It's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Was that better with talking with other people?
Yes.
Did you clarify better and find your purpose? How did you go? Right. So very interesting. Okay. And a useful chat. Great. Okay. Awesome. Good. Okay. Thank you. That's really great. Now, so with after having talk in the group, now time flies, and then let's reflect, for today's session. And then I'll just have another quick breakout room with different members this time. I asked Rebecca to shuffle a bit. So just to think of, what was your intention? Remember, we first talked about the intention. What was your intention coming in? What shifted for you today? Or maybe some, gain insights. What part of your journey are you most excited to explore next? Or maybe, you say, oh, okay, I really couldn't, get quite that point, but I know what to do next, as someone mentioned in the chat box. So I'll send you another breakout room, but with different members. So just to throw in your insights, share your, findings, aha moments, or your plan for the next steps. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. So maybe, yes, say 4 minutes with 1 minute to come back. So 5 in total. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Thank you, Debbie. Good. Right. Okay, I hope you guys had fun sharing your insights. Maybe next step with other people. Now, I am going to give you a home play. It's not homework, okay? Language is important. It's called home play. Now, what is it? Who here has used Chat GPT before? I'm sure. Okay. Yes, awesome, good. If you haven't, just Google it, okay? Go into Chat GPT. Tell Chat GPT what brings you satisfaction, comfort, fulfillment, and delight, and then ask to explain your purpose. And compare and then contrast your own answer, whatever it comes to you this session, with ChatGPT's answer. Okay. And see what's going to come up with. I even have got prompt for you. Okay. So you can put down, based on my life or business, where satisfaction, comfort, fulfillment, and delight intersect, what would you identify as the core purpose of my life or work? Of course, you need to put in what, your satisfaction, comfort, fulfillment, and delight part. And then how can these elements guide my direction and impact in life or business world? Okay, so that's what you can do and see what's going to come up. So for the next step, just in case if people choose to find out more, I'm offering 2 follow-up workshops, paid. So, but you can just find, details on that link, or just to scan the QR code, and that will jump on to my website, which goes to there. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, today. And thank you, Karen and Rebecca, for your great assistance. That was very helpful. And then I would like to thank ANLP for giving me this opportunity. And thank you, everyone, for being here and sharing this session with me. I hope you had a good time and hope to see you again. And back to you, Karen.
Thank you, Akiko. That was such an insightful session, and I love being a fairly structured person. I love the fact that I've now got a framework, and I love the idea of squeezing the towel to get to just keep on honing in and honing in and honing in. So thank you so much for sharing that really valuable framework with us. I know that this was a very quick tour through it, and I love the fact that because we'll have the recording, we can go back and we can do it again, and just keep squeezing that towel. So thank you, Akiko, for empowering us all to squeeze our towels further and find our purpose in life. I think I'm speaking on behalf of everybody to say that we've found that really helpful and very valuable and very empowering. So thank you so much. There will be a feedback link that we might get around to putting in here. If not, it will be on the website when the recording goes up later. So thank you everyone for attending, and we will see you on the next one.
Brilliant. Thanks so much.